Welcome to the Ultimate Showdown. The rivalry between Johnny Fisher and Dave Allen has reached a whole new level, personal, intense, and unpredictable. In a night packed with drama at the Copper Box Arena, these fighters proved why boxing is called the sweet science. Expect surprises, fierce battles, and stories of resilience that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Who will come out on top this time? Stay tuned, because this rematch is one you don't want to miss. In the world of boxing, anticipation often fuels the fire, but sometimes the hype reaches a crescendo that elevates about beyond mere sport. It becomes a personal saga. Before the fighters even stepped into the ring that night, the atmosphere was thick with tension, expectation, and a sense that this wasn't just another fight. It was a clash of egos, ambitions, and unfinished business. Johnny Fisher, the young British heavyweight sensation, had been making waves with his confident declarations. With a swagger that matched his burgeoning reputation, Fisher boldly proclaimed that he would retire Dave Allen, an audacious statement that instantly added a layer of personal rivalry to their rematch. Such boasts are commonplace in boxing's promotional world, designed to drum up interest and sell tickets, but Fisher's words carried extra weight. When a fighter promises to end another's career, it's a declaration of dominance, a bold statement of intent, and a sign of deeper psychological stakes. Was Fisher trying to prove his dominance to the boxing world, or was he feeling the pressure to live up to the hype that surrounded him? Dave Allen, meanwhile, was no stranger to the gritty realities of boxing. Known for his rugged, no-nonsense style, Allen's career has been a testament to resilience, grit, and unyielding heart. Over the years, he's faced criticism, some say for his technical flaws or inconsistent performances, but few questioned his courage or his willingness to step into the ring. Allen's reputation for heavy hands and durability had earned him respect among fans and fighters alike. Entering the rematch, he carried not just his boxing skills, but also the weight of experience and the desire to prove that his best days weren't behind him. His promise to show Johnny Fisher where he's really at was backed by years of battle-hardened wisdom and a hunger to reaffirm his place in the division. As fight night approached, the hype intensified. Promoters, commentators, and fans speculated about how Fisher's bold words would manifest in the ring. Would he back up his bravado, or would Allen, with his seasoned grit, defy expectations once again? The stage was set for a battle steeped in personal rivalry and professional pride. Fight night. When the opening bell sounded, the atmosphere was electric. The crowd's roar echoed through the arena, a mixture of anticipation and curiosity about how these two fighters would approach their rematch. What unfolded was a surprising departure from expectations, an intense, strategic chess match that kept everyone on the edge of their seats. Johnny Fisher, typically known for his aggressive, forward-moving style, appeared more cautious, almost hesitant. Instead of his usual relentless pressure, he fought on the back foot, employing a more defensive stance. Many spectators and commentators were taken aback. Was Fisher trying to outbox Allen, or was he simply wary of Allen's heavy artillery? This tactical shift suggested that Fisher was perhaps feeling the pressure of his own hype, trying to avoid the power punches that could turn the fight against him. Conversely, Dave Allen, often underestimated for his technical shortcomings, showed surprising versatility. Rather than a straightforward brawl, Allen adopted a calculated approach, applying relentless pressure, targeting the body, and patiently breaking down Fisher's defenses. His corner, led by the sharp-minded Jamie Morley, had clearly devised a plan. The strategy was to wear Fisher down, exploit his inexperience, and capitalize on Allen's durability and punch power. As the rounds progressed, the fight's rhythm shifted. Fisher, initially appearing comfortable, started to look less confident. His defensive lapses became more frequent and his offensive output diminished. Allen's relentless pressure began to take its toll. It was as if the seasoned veteran was gradually manning Fisher, exploiting every opening and pushing him onto the ropes. The turning point. By the fourth round, the fight's complexion shifted dramatically. Allen's pressure began to take its toll. Fisher, who had initially looked comfortable, started to show signs of fatigue. His defensive lapses became more apparent, and his usual offensive burst was nowhere to be seen. It was as if Allen, with his seasoned ringcraft, had simply outmaneuvered him. Commentators noted how Allen old-manned Fisher, pressing him against the ropes, exploiting his inexperience, and repeatedly landing heavy body shots. These body shots proved crucial. They sapped Fisher's energy and stamina, forcing him into survival mode rather than attack. From round 4 onward, the finish was inevitable. Allen's heavy-handed assault culminated in a brutal combination of body shots that forced Fisher to take a knee in the 5th round. The referee stepped in and the fight was stopped, awarding Allen a commanding victory. Many viewers were surprised by Allen's display of power, especially given his recent weight gain. He had added some pounds prior to the fight, prompting questions about his conditioning. But Allen's performance silenced critics. His strength was evident, and he was clearly there to hurt Fisher. Heavy-handed and relentless, Allen's punches had a significant impact, and he was able to force Fisher into a defensive shell. Allen's ability to adapt mid-fight, switching from a cautious approach to a calculated pressure fighter, showcased his boxing intelligence. It was a reminder that experience combined with mental toughness and ringcraft can sometimes outweigh raw talent. Credit must go to Jamie Morley, Allen's trainer, for devising a plan that worked perfectly. From the first round, Morley urged Allen to make Fisher work hard, to keep him on the back foot, and to target the body. The strategy was textbook: wear him down, break his rhythm, and then deliver the knockout blow. Fisher, despite glimpses of offensive brilliance, struggled to adapt. His offensive skills, particularly his jab, were underutilized. Instead of using his jab as a weapon to keep Allen at bay, he allowed himself to be drawn into exchanges that favored Allen's power. The aftermath of this fight leaves several questions hanging in the air. For Johnny Fisher, it was a sobering lesson. His weaknesses, defensive vulnerabilities, stamina issues, and perhaps overconfidence were laid bare. Despite his promising start and the hype surrounding him, this defeat underscores the importance of developing a well-rounded skill set. Fisher, just 23 years old, has plenty of time to rebuild. He must analyze this loss, learn from his mistakes, and focus on technical improvements. A more measured approach, emphasizing defense and stamina, could be the key to future success. He needs to temper his aggressive impulses and adopt a smarter, more strategic style. For Dave Allen, this victory cements his status as a seasoned operator capable of pulling off high-profile wins. His experience and grit make him a dangerous opponent in the heavyweight division. The question now is, what's next? Allen has expressed interest in rematches and stepping up against higher-ranked opponents. A potential fight against rising contender Jimmy TKV Adelaide has been floated, promising fireworks and exciting matchups. Allen's victory also positions him as a gatekeeper, someone who can test and possibly elevate future prospects. His resilience and adaptability continue to make him a relevant figure in the division. While Fisher and Allen's fight stole much of the spotlight, the undercard delivered its own compelling action. Fighters like George Lard and Kieran Conway continued their momentum with impressive stoppage victories. Conway, in particular, has been on a collision course with top prospects, backed by trainer Tony Sims, who believes Conway can leap into the elite ranks rapidly. These emerging fighters showcase the depth of the British heavyweight scene. Their progression will be fascinating to follow, especially as they step up in class and face more seasoned opposition. The future of British boxing looks bright, with a new wave of talent eager to make their mark, and this fight night will be remembered not just for the knockout, but for the personal stories intertwined with the action. Johnny Fisher's promise to retire Allen added drama, but Allen's performance reminded fans that experience often outlasts youthful bravado. The night was filled with surprises, lessons, and moments of pure boxing drama. As the sport continues to evolve, fighters like Fisher and Allen exemplify the unpredictable nature of boxing, the sport where anything can happen and where every fight is a story waiting to unfold. Whether Fisher learns and comes back stronger or Allen continues to defy expectations, one thing is certain: boxing fans are in for more nights like this, full of passion, perseverance, and the unending thrill of the unexpected.